How's it going, guys? Grumpy Panda here. We're back again with some more Evil Dead content with a new patch that just got released just actually a few days ago, actually. So today is the 30th. We're recording on the 30th of October. This got released back on the 27th. So it's freshly new, and we're going to go over it in this video. So let's get into it. We got a new survivor to talk about and some new balance changes for the killers and the rest of the cast for survivors. Let's do it. So if you go down here to support, because that is our new survivor categorized as a support class, you gotta click that, and there he is in his beautiful grotesque portrait. Looks pretty good. So he is a blacksmith from the Army of Darkness movie, and I may include a couple of videos or clips, I should say, from the movie in this video. I don't know, we might. And yeah, let's get into it. So let's look at his picture. No outfit, unfortunately, but that's fine. I've already got some points put into him. He's actually really easy to upgrade, and we'll talk about why that is in just a second. Okay, so first off, his is called Avenging Anvil. When activated, the blacksmith uses metal scraps to forge a random weapon. The more scraps you own, the higher the chance you have for a high quality weapon. So he's the only one that can probably do this, so no one else can collect. I'd imagine no one can collect scraps of metal but him, I think. Now he's the only one that can use them, but maybe other people can activate or collect for him. Who knows? If that's the case, that's going to make it really easy. I don't think that's the case, though, because everyone would know the blacksmith needs to get the metal. So that would make it really easy to upgrade or craft weapons. So I think he's the only one that can collect and activate it. So they created a whole new mechanic in this game for this character, which makes sense because he is a blacksmith. Weapon Master Melee. Remember, he's support. Melee weapons have a faster attack speed, deal increased health, balance bar, and dismemberment damage. In return, the blacksmith is unable to use ranged weapons. No ranged weapons, no headshots for you, sir. So that's interesting because there's a lot of people that have trouble aiming in this game already, so this would be a perfect character for them, on top of the fact that you don't have to waste points into stuff like headshots or balance bar damage and ranged weapons. You can save those points for your tree to put them in other places, which is why he's easy to upgrade for his tree. Super easy. If you want to look at what I do for Pablo really fast, this is what I do for him. I got points put for headshot. This is very similar to what I will do for him. So instead of this, and possibly this, I might take that out, throw it onto, this, and everything else will be upgraded. Like, this is all you need. Supports are really easy to build a loadout for because they're there to heal people. So you want them carrying as much shimps and amulets as you possibly can get on them. So the next skill is tough as nails. So you're thinking, well, he can't really use ranged weapons, so how is he going to defend himself? Well, this is interesting again because he's a support, and supports are normally squishy with less health, but this fixes that because he has a 400 health boost for a passive ability. Nothing has to be done. That's what he has. So that's going to help on offsetting the ability to not have any ranged weapons. Really nice to have. And of course he's support, so he's going to carry a bunch of health items. Next and last skill, Rough and Ready. When using an amulet, the blacksmith and nearby survivors have their damage increased for a limited time. Using an amulet, not a shimps. Him and other survivors. So if they're in the aura of the shimps being healed, this is probably the same principle, same AOE. I'd imagine it's the same thing. So that's the skill, but there's a second part. If you're lucky, the amulet might not break. So keep using it. Or so you can keep using it. That's crazy. So the chance that the amulet doesn't break is at 50%. So if you got like 6 amulets, which is what I will be, was it 6 or 7 that you can carry when you have this ability to carry more? So I think 6. So there's 3 amulets essentially that won't break when you use them all. That's crazy good. On top of, you could imagine running him and Pablo together, which, by the way, Pablo got buffed in this patch. So we'll talk about that in a second. All right, so it's crazy. And on top of that, you get a limited time boost for damage increase for 30 seconds. Or no, it's 20 seconds. And the cooldown's only 30 seconds. And the increase on damage is 15%. That's crazy good. Super good for warriors, obviously, and everybody involved. I think he's a great character, probably one of the best ones in the game. You'll see me using him right away. I know he's going to be like Mia. Mia and him's going to go really well together because Mia's, just a crazy melee fanatic. She's like super good with melee. So I see a lot of potential with this one. I can't wait to play with him. All right, let's get into the patch notes. Here we are. All right. Let's see. Okay, so we got into the patch notes. Blacksmith, new weapons, quarterstaff, which I think is like it's a staff, but I think it may have, it's like a spear, but I guess it's like just a staff. I guess I'm not sure. It may have a blade on the end, kind of. I don't know. Rapid fire crossbow, good for Eddie. Sounds like. New single player mission out of tricks. Oh, we got to try that out. Outfits for Lord Arthur, Ash, Warrior Ash, and 2 Henry the Red. I wonder why they got 2, but they do. New changes. The Legacy of El Brujo. Now, besides starting with an amulet, I think this is level 25. Pablo can carry 1 more amulet and provide more shield to the nearby teammates when using an amulet. I already think he's really good. Just saying. Oh, there's more. Infernal Camouflage. When Pablo shields a teammate, they will receive Infernal Camouflage for 8 seconds. So that counteracts Demon Vision, or maybe if you're feared, possibly all the way up, it might camouflage you for 8 seconds on the minimap. Leaders, Pink F improvement. Now leaders can apply more Pink F. I don't know what that means. It just sounds really good. Which, let's face it, the 2 leaders that we're talking about that need help were Arthur and Leader Ash El Jefe. So I think they also get another personal buff later on in this patch notes. The player will be able to press interact button before reaching an interactable and still collect it. That's interesting. So that means they will be able to collect things faster? Is that what that means? It sounds like it. That doesn't sound like much, but you collect things all the time, whether it's ammo, weapons, health items. That saves a lot of time if that's saying what I think it does. All right. So, general, the upper arrow no longer appears after refreshing additional content in the collection after purchasing something in the game store. Don't care. Survivors take damage inside the car when hit by... Wait, they didn't before? I could have swore they did. I'm just saying. Possessed survivors no longer get stuck in the car if the player runs over it and gets out abruptly. Demons can no longer see other survivors' positive tokens. Talking... I don't remember that. I'm sure it was there, though. Carry soul to the altar status will no longer continue to be displayed after survivors drop the souls from their inventory. That's good. Okay. So you can drop souls. I mean, that's... I don't know if that's for the killer or the survivor, because I don't know if it displayed it for, the killer, if they dropped it or not. All right. Henrietta's gas skill duration will no longer stack per boss summon if the lingering gas skill is active. Stamina will not be spent without sprinting if the player presses the sprint button at the end of some animations. Wait. Stamina will not be spent without sprinting. Okay, so I guess they were using stamina and not, sprinting, even though they pressed the button, I'm guessing. It's more of a bug. The witch is no longer able to use potion picture ability before the boss spawn animation's finished. So if you remember her animation, it takes a second for her to spawn in. She would, be able to throw... I don't remember this because I never used it. I didn't know about it. But... you could use her ability, Potion Pitcher, while she was spawning in, which is really good to get her buffs going. The Y triangle button on controllers will be activated for the first time player runs towards a what? I don't get this. Okay. Title, missing text. Okay. Players won't get soft locked if they send a report. Blue double barrel will 100% spawn. Oh, submission. Doesn't matter. Demons will no longer see weapons with a red outline, even on a character with no fear if it was dropped by a scared survivor previously. Okay, so you could see it before, now you can't. Even if it was on a survivor that wasn't scared. That picked it up. Okay, that's fair. The grabbability of any, which I have a hard time seeing the guns already, so I mean that's something that wasn't really affecting me. The grabbability of any boss can no longer cancel me as an active ability. Yeah, that makes, okay. Ed Getley's flashlight can be switched off during act. Okay, this makes sense. I always thought about this. Why won't they just let you save it? He might be able to save his timer, which is super good for Ed players. The player will no longer be slowed down or stuck when driving a car. Okay, little things like that help. Units will no longer fly away when possessed with exactly minimum able energy cost. Okay, so if he takes 25 to do it and you got 25, it won't fly off. I never noticed it. Warlord's bad influence aura will correctly located in the possessed character if it's activated in the possession animation. Double Pierce ability will now show visual effects, inflict survivors with blight on AI controlled prisoner skeleton. Will not be distorted glitched after being shot with a nail gun. Henrietta's gas will no longer cancel survivors' active ability skills or effects. Okay, that's pretty good. I mean it shouldn't. Various getting stuff. Okay, they just fixed a bunch of stuff. This is the balance changes that we were talking about. To survivors. No, killers got nothing out of this. I did read over it earlier. Survivor Pablo's Legacy of Brujo extra shield amount is set at a value of 20 for 8 seconds and includes additional charge. That's what they talked about at the beginning. Lord Arthur's melee. This is in-game tree upgrades. Melee increase from 3 to 5. Health, stamina, and shield increase 3 to 4. That's super good, especially stamina. The first thing, yeah, that's really good for a leader, by the way. He's got more upgrades that he can upgrade. I mean, that's super good. And melee, I mean, he's a leader. That's more of a warrior tactic that he's getting, by the way. So that's pretty interesting. I'm going to use Lord Arthur now. Survivor Ash, Sash, melee range, health, stamina, shield, increase 3 to 4. Wow, this guy got everything, which is great because you can kind of pick how you want to play during that game. So you get an option of, well, the first thing I'm going to do is always get stamina 9 times out of 10. And for him, I'm probably going to go with melee, maybe health. I don't know. We'll see about him. He's a different one. You got to choose how you want to play with him each game. Survivor Annie Nobi's range increased from 3 to 5. That's what she does. Health, stamina, shield increased 3 to 4. I like playing with Annie. I think she's great. Very fun. Meat Hammer. This is for Kelly. Meat Hammer damage increased from 30 to 60. I agree. This is one I really agree on. What Meat Hammer sucks already. Even if you got like a purple, not very good. It needs to be buffed. It is her ability after all. Kelly's bleeding damage increased from 20 to 25. Ooh, that's good. Here we go. Puppeteer nerfs. I knew this was coming. Puppet Master power possessed cooldown increase from 60 to 80 seconds. That's something. That's his Q ability, which I always forgot to use. Which I started using when I first like the last few games I started playing with them. I would just forget. So the next one is Puppet Master power possessed damage at the highest level 45 is decreased from 25 to 15% power possessed damage. Is that a in-game skill tree? I'm not sure about that. We'll have to look at that really fast. Let's see. Power possessed damage. Is that an ability or is that his power possessed? Power possessed. No. Oh, there it is. Power possessed. So it's 580-80. And so if you wait. This isn't it, right? Because that says 5%. Maybe there's a power possessed down here somewhere. I'm not sure. I don't see it. It said level 45, so it's probably right here. Or not. It said 25, so those aren't the numbers that are right. I don't see it. Either way, that's interesting. Yeah, it's not here. Damage done. Even that's 10%, so I'm not sure where they're getting that. This is the only thing that says power possessed, and it's 5%, but 80. Okay, wait, power possesses? Okay. So this is the one that we see from 60 to 80 right here. Fair enough, that's that. But this is the same thing, is it not? This is damage versus the cooldown. And I don't see that. So basically what they did was they just nerfed his ability, which is really good. Okay. So there you go. That is the patch notes for the October 27th edition patch notes. We're going to get in some games right now and play with some new characters, or play with the new character, hopefully right away. If not, we'll try some other ones that got buffed. I'm looking at Pablo and Arthur. Those are the main ones I'm going to be trying out right away, along with Blacksmith. And so, yeah, that's the patch notes. Tell me, guys, what you think about what's happening in the game. Do you agree, disagree with what's happening? For the most part, I agree with it, and I love the fact that they brought in the Blacksmith with a new mechanic. I think it's going to change a lot of things with how people play moving forward. And survivors, definitely, obviously, it's not definitely, it's obvious that they got the better end of this patch. Last time, killers got most of the good buffs. And so they're trying to balance out the game. And I agree with it. So, yeah, let's see what happens. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please do smash that like and subscribe button. And we will be posting more content in the future for Evil Dead. Thanks again for being here, as always. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care.